You may remember in a previous videotape I said no trust activity was so urgent that it justified the use of unsafe practices. I'd like to re-emphasise that safe practices are our first line of defence against accidents. Because of this, I believe it is important for each member of a work gang to be confident in the other member's ability to work proficiently and safely. In the same videotape, I said that resuscitation was a second line of defence that prevents an accident from becoming a tragedy. The same is true of rescue and first aid. I believe that these techniques also must be practised so that every member of a gang is confident in the other's ability. Fortunately, we have so few accidents that require their use, this is not a good method of demonstration. Therefore, I believe that to get confidence, we must practice them repeatedly. Remember, your mate's life may depend on it.
Pole-top rescue techniques have been developed to enable an employee who has become injured or incapacitated while aloft to be brought safely and quickly to the ground, where first aid or other assistance can be given. Other than administering a precordial thump to a person unconscious from electric shock, there should be no time wasted in attempting resuscitation aloft. The emphasis is on getting the victim to the ground as quickly as possible, at least within 3 minutes, and without endangering the rescuer. This method can be used when the victim is in contact with live, low voltage by taking normal precautions. At high voltages, up to and including 66 kV, contact with the victim is only possible with approved insulated equipment or with the line de-energised. Where voltages above 66 kV are involved, rescue is only possible with the line de-energised. The preferred method is based on the use of a simple controlled descent device, which is known as the CDD. This hook on the braided polyester lowering rope is snapped onto the victim's body belt ring. The friction of the rope as it runs around the shaft of the CDD controls the speed of descent. The silver rope is used to secure the CDD to a suitable anchoring position, such as a crossarm, by passing the rope around the selected anchoring position and snapping the securing hook to the rapid adjuster ring. To take up slack, the rope is pulled through the rapid adjuster and becomes locked in position when load is put on the CDD. The end of the silver rope is spliced back to prevent it running through. Let's have a look at some of the other basic requirements. A vital point is that ladders must be tied in prior to starting any work to provide a secure platform for rescue. If this is done, rescue equipment can be attached to the ladder if necessary. An employee working aloft must wear an approved linesman's belt, otherwise he cannot be lowered safely in a rescue. Pole straps should also be used. An employee on the ground, who may be required to rescue someone aloft, must also wear an approved linesman's belt and a knife in a pouch. A rescue kit containing the CDD, an adjustable pole strap, and 2 linesman's low-voltage gloves must also be readily available. The rescue technique has 5 essential steps. We will now look at each step of the rescue in detail. 1. Assess the situation. What voltage is involved? Remember that a victim in contact with live high voltage may only be handled with approved insulated equipment. Is the victim tied in? And is he still on the ladder? Both these and other factors could influence your rescue procedure. In most cases, the victim's feet will still be on the ladder and the voltage involved will be low voltage. This is the situation we have chosen for instruction in the rescue method. 2. Fasten the pole strap. If the victim is on the ladder, the pole strap is fastened around the ladder before climbing. This prevents the rescuer being dislodged by some action of the victim and also assists the rescue procedure. Make sure the strap goes round the ladder rope. When rescuing from live low voltage, the wearing of 2 gloves by the rescuer gives additional protection. 1 glove may be discarded when both rescuer and victim are clear of the electrical contact. The CDD is carried in one hand and the pole strap is supported along the tops of the hands. When the victim is reached, the lowering rope hook of the CDD is immediately fastened to one of the D-rings on the victim's belt. 3. Secure the victim. Support his body against the ladder with your shoulder and tighten your pole strap around the victim and the ladder. This secures the victim in position so that he is prevented from falling. Climb as high as possible so that the CDD can be attached to the ladder or the structure above the level of the victim's chest. This enables him to be lowered smoothly from his position. Release the victim from live contact if necessary. At this stage, a precordial thump should be administered if the victim is unconscious. 4. Anchor the CDD. Firstly, throw the securing rope around a suitable anchoring position and snap the securing rope hook onto the rapid adjuster ring. Take up the slack in the securing rope by pulling the rope through the rapid adjuster. Check the security of the victim's belt and adjust if necessary. 5. Clear the victim from the structure or ladder. Keep the lowering rope out of the way of the victim's descent path. Unclip the victim's pole strap. It may be quicker to cut the pole strap or body rope. This is done more easily after the victim has been cleared from the ladder. Move down the ladder to clear your pole strap from the victim's feet. Allow the victim to swing clear of the ladder to become suspended by the CDD, untangling his feet from the ladder if necessary, and lower him to the ground. Begin resuscitation immediately. During all training, the rescuer must keep control of the lowering rope while the victim is descending. On completion of the training or rescue, check the condition of the ropes and fittings. Then run the CDD back to the hook end of the lowering rope. Repack the CDD. Correct packing is important for future use. Now let's go back and have a look at the 5 essential steps of the rescue. 1. Assess the situation. Be aware of the hazards to yourself or to the victim. Even though the victim may not have lost consciousness or may have regained consciousness, he should be lowered to the ground rather than walked down the ladder. 2. Fasten your pole strap around the ladder and climb to the victim. 3. Secure the victim so that he cannot fall. 4. Anchor the CDD. 5. Clear the victim from the ladder or structure and lower him to the ground. Begin resuscitation immediately. Can you identify the 5 essential steps in this instant replay? You have seen how the CDD enables the lowering of the victim to be kept under control. However, if it is not available in an emergency, the same rescue technique can be applied with a suitable length of rope. The rescuer rigs the rope so that he has a 2-to-1 mechanical advantage and can easily control the descent of the victim because he is only handling half the victim's weight. Any synthetic rope in good condition and at least 12 millimeters in diameter can be used. It must be twice as long as the victim's height above the ground. The hauling line that the victim has been using may be suitable for rescue, but because usually it only reaches the ground, another line may have to be joined to it. If it is necessary to join 2 ropes together for rescue, the recommended knot is a single sheet bend. The same 5 steps apply as follows. 1. Assess the situation. Is the available rope long enough, or must you join another piece to it? 2. Fasten your own pole strap around the ladder before climbing. 3. Secure the victim. 4. Anchor the rope. With the rescue rope passed over a suitable support, you now feed the end of the rescue rope through the side ring of the victim's body belt and anchor the end of the rope using a clove hitch locked by a half hitch to a suitable anchor point. This may be the side of the ladder as shown here, but could also be a crossarm or anything else secure and convenient. This gives us the 2-to-1 mechanical advantage we spoke of earlier. 5. Clear the victim. Take hold of the long end of the rope, release the victim from his pole strap or body rope, clear him from the ladder and lower him to the ground, keeping keeping control using hand-over-hand method and begin resuscitation immediately. A technique has been developed for escape from an EPV bucket using a specially rigged CDD. This CDD allows the escapee to descend faster than when using a pole-top rescue kit. Each EPV bucket is equipped with one CDD unit per person. The CDD and lowering rope are contained in a fiberglass box, with the rope being permanently attached to the bucket by a covered steel rope. The complete unit is fixed to the outside of the bucket, therefore available at any time. In case of emergency, the CDD unit is released by pulling the pin inside the bucket. The box then drops away from the bucket and falls to the ground, pulling the lowering rope with it. The CDD is left at the top of the rope, ready for escape. Snap the CDD hook to a D-ring on your belt. Release your bucket safety strap, climb out and descend. You control your rate of descent by altering the angle at which the rope feeds into the CDD. After using the escape kit, it is important to repack the CDD correctly. Feed the CDD back to the top end of the rope and neatly coil the rope into the box. Make sure that the two eyes are opposite the slot so that no bare metal will be exposed. Special care must be taken to see also that the storage box release spring is properly located when replacing the box on the EPV bucket.